Hi all, good afternoon. Welcome to this presentation. We'll be talking about how you can level up your DevSecOps with Amazon Q Developer. And in this presentation, I'll be talking about how you can incorporate your security and make it a core part of your software development journey. My name is Ayman Ishimwe, and I'm a solutions architect at AWS. And this is what I plan to go over today in the agenda. I'll go through some of the customer challenges that Amazon Q Developer can help you address. And I'll also talk about the solution that Amazon Q Developer provides in terms of security. And I'll also talk about the solution architecture behind this service, Amazon Q Developer. And we also have a live demonstration, showing how you can use it within your IDE. And after that, we'll talk about some of the benefits and the outcomes that you can get out of Amazon Q Developer. And we'll also discuss about the next steps. So to get us started, I wanted to start discussing about the key challenges that our customers face, when it comes to security and software development. So first and foremost, there's that difficulty in being able to detect these security vulnerabilities, while you're still writing your codes, still at the development stage. So traditionally, for security reviewers, first they'll need to go over, the whole code base to get a better understanding of what the code does, and also try to understand the architecture as well, to be able to perform the security review, and also be able to understand the scope and the objectives of that security review. So after doing that, traditionally, they would perform the security review manually. And after doing that, then they generate a documented detailed report that they share with the developers. And the developers use that documentation to address those issues, right? So that could be not only difficult to detect all the security vulnerabilities or loopholes that are within your codes. It also takes some time to be able to run the security review, and also considering the amount of work that goes into either writing those tests manually, performing those tests, and also addressing those issues. It kind of poses these challenges. So that's where Amazon Q Developer comes in, right? Amazon Q Developer as a service, it does provide software development assistance using generative AI. And you can use it to chat with your code, and it can also provide inline recommendation and inline completions, and also generate new codes and help you build new features. You can also scan your code for any security vulnerabilities using Amazon Q Developer, and also make code improvements and upgrades and be able to patch all those security vulnerabilities. So for this presentation, I'll be focusing on the two main capabilities of Amazon Q Developer. One being real-time security scanning during development, and also automated unit test generation and execution using Amazon Q Developer. So taking a close look at the AWS architecture diagram of the service. So the service does integrate directly with your preferred IDE, whether it's Visual Studio Code or JetBrains IDE. And you're able to use that as a plugin or as an extension within your preferred IDE. So what it does, it allows you to perform security scans on your source code, and also generate unit tests and be able to run them while you're still developing, at the development phase, before you push your codes to production or any other deployment platform. So this empowers developers to be able to address any concerns or any security issues right away while they're still at the development phase, which could save them time towards the end, and also making sure that these security best practices is incorporated in their software development at their software development stage. So before I head to the demo, I just wanted to also highlight some of the IAM managed policies that you can have access to using Amazon Q Developer. So it does provide a couple of fully managed IAM policies. So one is Amazon Q full access. So this provides you with administrator level permissions, to be able to manage user subscriptions, for your developers that have access to your Amazon Q developer instance within your AWS environment. There's also AWS or Amazon Q developer access. This one grants full user access for Amazon Q developer. So it gives you access as a developer to be able to chat with your code and use some of the features and capabilities of Amazon Q developer. So you can use these managed policies as the foundation of your security policies. You can't directly edit these, but you can use them as a foundation and write more policies around these if you want to have like more granular security control around your users. So now getting to the demo. So I've got a pre-recorded demo here, as you can see. So I'll be showing how you can use Amazon Q developer within your IDE. So I have it installed here on a Visual Studio Code IDE. So you'll need to download, it's an extension, and for you to have access to these agents that you can use, especially the ones that I mentioned that I'll be focusing on in this presentation, which is review and test. So you'll be able to have access to those in the chat section within your Amazon Q developer extension within your IDE. So I have a sample codes that I'll be using here in the demo. It's a simple Python application. And as you can see, I'm already signed in. So once you also download that extension, it'll give you the ability to either sign in as an individual user or as an enterprise or organization staff. So like I mentioned here, I have like a sample Python application that I'll be using for the demo. And I have some files already open here. And to start, I'm going to start with the review. You know, that can help you run the security scan. So there are two ways that you can run the security scan. You can either run it for a specific file within your code base, or you can run it on the whole project or your whole code base or workspace. So to run that, you head to the chat section within your Amazon Q developer extension and type in /review. And like I mentioned, it gives you a couple of options. Review the workspace for the entire workspace or review the active file. So go ahead and select active file to begin with. So what it will do, it will just run a security review for this open file that I have within my IDE. So in the background, what Amazon Q developer is doing is assessing your code. And it does also apply some filters, you know, for any third-party libraries that it doesn't support. It does filter them out and exclude those, or any unsupported languages, programming languages that it doesn't support, or any test codes. So as you can see, once it completes the security review, it now shows all the security issues or code issues that it has found in the code issues window up here. And it also grouped them in different categories based on the criticality. So issues with high criticality puts them in high, medium, low, and info as well. And for you to, if you want to have get more information about any particular issue that it was able to find, you can just click on that particular issue, as you can see. And then if you click on the issue, there is a small magnifying icon towards the end of the issue name. And if you click on that within your IDE, it should take you to the issue details window, give you more details. So I'll go ahead and click on that. So once you click on that, it opens that in a new window called Issue Details, which gives you further detailed information about that issue that was identified within your code. And it also shows you like which specific line of code that has that issue. And in addition to that, Amazon Q Developer does provide you with a suggested code fix that you can apply to your code. So you can choose to accept that fix or ask it to regenerate, again, another recommendation and provide more guidance. So you can go ahead and click on Accept Fix once you've reviewed all those changes. As you can see, it also gives you like a diff view where you can see all the changes that it is about to make, you know, to be able to fix that issue. So you can go ahead and click on Accept, and then it goes in and just change your codes and address that issue. And it's gone from the code issues section. So that's how you can run security review on a specific file within your code base. So now we're going to see how you can run that on the whole project. Like let's say, for instance, you want to be able to run the whole the review on your whole project. So you go back to the chat section, but this time, after typing in /review, you choose review the workspace, and then behind the scene, it's going to go and try to review each file within your code base. So it takes a while, a couple of minutes, depending on how complex and how huge your code base is. And once it completes, as you can see, for this one, it did run for the whole project. So that's why it was able to identify, quite a few issues. So you'd be able to see all those issues in a code issues section, and also under the problems section within your VS Code. And you can now navigate to this part and look at the whole list of issues that it has identified. And you can click on each issue, which will take you to that specific line of code within your code base where it has that issue. And then you can choose to see more details on that issue and also generate fix suggestion. Like now shifting gears, I want to show you how you can also generate unit tests for your code base. And this comes in helpful, especially when you are developing in a test-driven development, and you want to incorporate that at your development stage. So right here, I'm going to go to my login Python file, and there's two ways that you can generate unit tests for your code. First is by selecting portion of your code that you want to generate tests for. Right-click Amazon Q and go choose an option to generate unit tests. The other way you can do that is using testing agent within Amazon Q Developer. So you head to the chat section, type in /test, and if you don't have any file open within your IDE, it will prompt you to select what file you want to generate unit test for. So as you can see, it goes ahead and generate unit test for that particular file that was open. It gives me a diff file, and after reviewing security test that it has provided with me, I can accept it. And as you can see, as part of my project, it has created this test login file, which has some tests that I can run. So if I head back to my terminal, I can run those unit tests that has been generated by Amazon Q Developer. As you can see, I was able to pass the test that it has generated. So this is how you can generate unit tests, and I've also showed you how you can run security reviews on your code, all within your software development workflow without leaving your IDE. So now getting back to the outcome, like you've seen throughout this demo, you're able to detect any security vulnerabilities or loopholes that were in a code using review capabilities, and you're also able to generate unit tests, for the codes right within your IDE. So this tight integration that saves time, for developers, and also make sure that your code is improved, the quality of your code, and the security compliance as well, and also enhancing the developers' productivity, because they don't have to make testing or security review an afterthought. They can tightly integrate that within their software development lifecycle. So with that, that brings us to the end of the presentation. So right here, I have a QR code, for people who might be interested in getting started with Amazon Q Developer. Please go ahead and scan this QR code. It'll take you to the documentation page, which has step-by-step tutorials on how you can install that in your preferred IDE within your AWS environment as well. Enable that and start using it. So that brings us to the end of the presentation, and I wanted to thank everybody for your kind attention. So for any other question, I'll be at the new AWS stand. If you have any specific question around Amazon Q Developer and all these security features, please feel free to stop by, and then I'll be able to address some of your questions. Thank you so much.